Ziad, Dean, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I can't hear you very well. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. Can you hear me well?
Can you just level up the volume from your own side?
Yeah, sure. Let's have a look. How is that?
It's not so fine. I mean, can you fix it in some way?
Just bear with me. So you're saying you're struggling to hear me, yes?
Yeah, I hear you, but very quiet.
Very quiet. Okay. Are you planning on doing video?
I'm not in video on the first call.
Fine, understood. Okay. Well, with that said, if I speak closer to the phone, does that make sense?
Okay,
Does that work?
okay, way better, way better.
Excellent.
All right. Okay, great to talk with you finally.
Absolutely. No, I appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Diane, I would love to know more about your own background. What have you already done before? What are you looking to build right here?
So for me, as you may have, as I'm sure you read when we were in conversation, I've really dedicated the last 4.5 years to just crafting out a system in the trading arena. I was stung quite badly, maybe 5.5, 6 years ago, and I became extremely passionate about the markets and decoding the markets. I just thought to myself, I have to figure out how to make sense in this so-called uncertain arena. And I just completely just could not stop. And I just dropped pretty much everything I was doing. And I said, look, I've got all these creative projects I want to pursue, but I can't do that until I have sussed out trading, because it just overtook my life. And I was absolutely committed to building a bulletproof system that gives me great certainty. Is a dangerous word in the trading arena, but it does give me quite a high level of certainty, or maybe the better words to use is a very high level of conviction. And I've just dedicated 4.5 years to doing that, just full time. I just could not do anything else. And here I am with great peace in what I've built. And, please God, may the model continue to thrive over the next 5, 10, 15 years. And now I need to scale. I was really trying to avoid scaling before I had built something, what I call somewhat bulletproof. And now it's time to step into the world where I'm using real capital, whereby I'm not just playing with scraps or scaling from a ridiculously low number. And I'm doing it the healthy way. I'm executing and respecting life, the time, essentially. The reason I got into trading, I was really interested in cash cowing creative projects, and I felt that trading was a great way to make maximum money with minimal time once you have, of course, got through that learning curve, and that learning curve was extremely steep. As I'm sure you're very familiar with all the things you've done. You seem extremely competent in what you're doing, exceptional actually. In just the 3 years or so you seem to be exposed to this world, let alone what I read up on you previously with your fitness influencing empire, which I think you stopped, yes?
Correct. Thank you so much for sharing that. Appreciate sharing that.
Yeah.
And for the last 4 years, you have already cracked the code, if we say that, for the Bitcoin trading in certain way, in certain trading way, or is that the case here?
Correct. Yeah, I've got an extremely high level of fluency with the language of Bitcoin in terms of the trading the day chart. It wasn't long after me getting into trading that I realized, maybe a year and a half in, I need to just focus on one market and become an absolute master of it. And I thought, what better market to become a master of than Bitcoin, which has huge, I'm an investor, sure, but this is not investing here. This is strictly trading. But Bitcoin is very much an emerging market. It's still extremely emerging in terms of the hedge fund world, the banking world, in terms of, investing somewhat, dare I say. And I just thought, very high volatility, emerging crypto market, only started in 2009. There's less noise on the charts. It's a new asset class essentially, and I thought, well, I think I could start going down the routes of trading oil, gold, Wall Street, which I did do in the beginning. I certainly experimented on, but I thought, you know what, it needs to fit my personality, and that was one little aspect. I needed to believe in what I was actually trading. Not that you need to believe in the asset itself to trade, but it was just a nice sweetener for me, and I think that's one of the reasons I got into it. It just kind of made sense because that's where the play is at,
Great, awesome to hear it. And right now, what the plan right now?
So the plan now, it's a good question. So I'm at a point of fluency. Now I just need to scale. I'm exploring different avenues. I could obviously go down, prop firm routes. I can certainly start speaking with investors, which I'm speaking to a couple. I'm only touching that realm right now. I've obviously come across you, which is a very interesting individual to come across because, and by the way, I love your billions reference to that you associate with all of your posts in terms of the imagery.
Thank you.
But no, I mean, you really captivated me because I'm not really exposed to your world, right? The hedge fund world. I've always imagined that with the work I'm putting in with trading, I want to be trading at very high levels of money. Absolutely. Now, that's all I will say there. And then when I came across your post, I thought, this sounds like an individual that could be very interesting to speak to. I mean, I can certainly go down the prop firm route. I can certainly start speaking with people that I know, get some investment. But I thought I really respect time. And that's one of the reasons I got into trading, because I felt it was one way I could cash cow a lot of my creativity with minimal time input once I've kind of mastered the craft, which my trading process is down to an hour per day. Okay. I'm taking no more than 1 to 2 trades a week. Each trade is providing approximately a 7-to-1 risk to reward ratio. In a lot of cases more. And it's a good formula in terms of what I'm looking to achieve, right? If you do the maths. And I just thought, if I can kind of go straight to where the money's at, that would be the most optimal scenario, right? I thought, if 100K on a prop firm, a million on a prop firm, the reality of that, it's not actually 100K, it's more like 10K. The reality of $1 million prop is more like 100K. When you break it all down, then I've got to start dealing with many investors. And then I came across you, which I've never come across anybody like yourself before. I haven't started looking into it until really I came across you. And I thought, well, if there is a way that I can communicate what I've been up to and put myself in the arena, some way, shape, or form, to start having that exponential growth from a scale perspective, then that would be amazing, because why not? Sure, there could be. The only question that came up in my mind was, well, what if they asked for a track record? And then I thought to myself two things. I thought, number one, which is amazing, you keep referring in some of your posts about, you've got these guys, they've been working for 50, they've got 200 million they're managing. They've been in the game for 15 years, 15 track record, and they're struggling to raise another 50 million. They've got this mental block or whatever it is. Meanwhile, you've got a 24-year-old kid, right? He's got a 2-month track record, something along these lines, and he's raising money. And I thought to myself, I've built something very special here. I've stepped away from that instant gratification. I've stepped away from making the money so I can build a system that I'm very confident on. I thought, well, the only objection, only nerves I've got about speaking to someone like yourself is, well, maybe you say to me, Dean, what about the track record? And I say to you, I've got a great system here. And if a client understands what I've been up to, and so on and so forth, and you understand, then that's quite easily provable over a few month period if an arena was to be set up with or without live capital, if that makes any sense. So that was my only hesitation of speaking to you. But really, I think if I can just kind of respect time and execute and get to where the real money's at, then I think it makes sense instead of kind of messing around and playing small.
100%, totally. And right now, what the capitals that you are managing today? You are managing your own personal capital, correct?
Ziad, I'm embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed because you're dealing with huge money here and some real big players in the game. I mean, I'm just a retail trader. I haven't traded more than 100K, put it that way, right? I'm a very small time guy. And that's why I responded to you. to the message without saying capital. I don't trade large capital. As simple as that. And that's why I wanted to make a huge emphasis. I have been solely focused on building system every day, every single day, full time for the last 4 years on one market, only on one time frame, which is the day chart. And I'm so confident in what I've built. And some would say, Dean, maybe you're pushing above your weight speaking to Ziad at this moment. I don't think so. I think based on the way you think and the way you operate, I think if you're prepared to entertain someone that's not a hedge fund individual with huge capital, I think there's great scope for growth.
Understood. Okay, I love it. And right now you are looking to build your own fund, or are you looking to only become portfolio manager with more capital to manage, or are you looking to launch like a mini fund and you start to enter the industry step by step? What are you looking to do specifically?
So I'm very open to the fact that things will change as I become more exposed to the realm of scale and capital, right? What I will say is at this very moment in time, based on where I'm at psychologically in terms of my exposure to capital, right? Because I'm big on edge and small in exposure. Is for now I'll be looking to work with, a hedge fund or investors where I'm trading, a very substantial amount of money, or at least working towards that goal. And then from there we'll see where the journey takes us. I mean, I have considered, is it worth opening a fund later down the line? Sure. I think it's too early for me to determine where the technicals of trading large capital goes. At this stage, I'm just thinking under the umbrella of, or in partnership with a hedge fund or large investors with the right parameters in place, however makes sense, just trade large capital. So I think for now, I'm just looking to trade a large capital and have a step into the industry where maybe I'm in the arena of these big boys. Maybe there's things for me to learn, not only from a technical perspective from the hedge fund world, but maybe the exposure. I don't know. But right now, the answer is trade large capital, full stop.
Okay, got it. I don't know if you are aware of that, but there is something it calls for like mini fund. Maybe you have already been aware of it. Have you seen it before?
Say that again, sorry.
There is something it calls for like mini fund. You will not like have a regulated fund like the regulated one, but you
Right.
can have one like it would be like a mini one, which it would become easier for you to pay for the legal work and for the others. Have you been introduced to it before?
I have not, no.
Okay. I think in your own stage that could be actually be suitable for your own stage, because
Okay.
right there it will not be costly for you to actually pay like 300 or 500K on the legal work, on the other things to have a real regulated fund. But you can have like a mini one. It will cost you like around $3,000 to $10,000. That's the max, and you will have a fund. You got it?
Okay. So a mini fund, 3 to 10K, and that allows me to manage capital up to how much?
Exactly. So it will get you up to 5 million. I mean, with the time you can just convert it to be a regulated one with the time,
Yeah.
if you would like to, but you can manage up to 5 million with it.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah.
So if you can manage up to 5 million with it, so that means you can manage large money, or you can manage more money than what you have already managed before. So you can just do the reps, understand how you can actually manage more money and how you can actually handle the stress and what the excitement that you will get from it, that will mean excitement that you will get from it. Once you start to feel like, all right, now I have actually better understanding of how it works, so now I can actually have a regulated one, and I can go and become a real player in the industry. You got it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, got it. And I would assume, please correct me if I'm wrong, by number one, would this be the only way someone on my level could accept or work with capital in the arena of a hedge fund?
I mean,
Or
you can.
investors
Yeah, I
that you
totally.
work with? Yeah.
Totally. I mean, you can absolutely work with investors to only manage their own portfolio, but what you need to work on right here is you need to work on your own personal brand at this case. You got
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, for sure.
So if no one know about you, no one will trust. No one will trust that you actually will manage the money, or that you will not harm your own name. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know many traders, many guys who are professional traders, real players in the trading. They have been started fund. What they have already done, they have already invested into their own personal brand. They have built a huge, giant personal brand on
Yeah,
Instagram, on LinkedIn, on X, on which
for
platform.
sure.
I mean, LinkedIn, that is best for you right now. All the hedge fund managers, all the big investors, they are right there. So what you can do is build your own personal brand right there. Have a giant one. Start to share your own stories about your own self. People buy you. You understand? They will buy
Hmm.
your own story. They will trust in you. All right. So when you will start to build this momentum with the time, you will start to get DMs from them that, all right, I have already seen the track record that you have already shared lately. We have already seen what you have for trading strategy. You have already shared right here. We have already got a value from it, and we are interested actually to give you this amount of money to manage from your own side. We are expecting to get X, Y. Let's jump on the call. So that's what you can also have if you would like to. So that's what you can also start to have some reps on, and with the time when everything going well for you, so you can just start to convert the same investors that you have already started to manage their own money to become clients in your own fund if you want to have a regulated one, and if you want to have a real money with the time. You understand?
Yeah.
So
And what?
that would be the best choice for your own stage, as I can see. How old are you, by the way?
34.
34. I mean, you are young. I mean, you are not too young, but you are completely fine. If you would like to, so you can absolutely do that. If you want to build your own personal brand, you can build it like for 6 months. Like it will take you 6 months to start to have the meetings, or to start to have the interest that I am talking about. It will not take you more than that if you are doing it in the right ways with the right tools. I mean, there are also many others. It takes them like 5 years to build a personal brand, but if you're doing it with the right tools and with the right strategies, so it will take you only 6 months.
Yeah. And see, yeah. So after
And
you.
building a personal brand, it will not only help you for your own current stage, but it will absolutely help you for later on. I mean, hedge fund managers that they are working with us today, we also working on their own personal brand at the same time. Why we are doing that? Because when they will have the due intelligence from the investors or LBS to invest into them, they will start to search on their own name. And if they can't find anything, they will not invest into them. That's basically how these things work. You got it? So building a personal brand, it will not only help you for your own current stage, but it will absolutely help you for the long term.
Absolutely. Ziad, so I understand. Please explain to me in one sentence what you do, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. So what we do is we helping hedge fund managers, and in other words, we helping all the ambitious traders to make sure that they can actually build a scalable business in the hedge fund industry. So what we do is we making sure to help them with the sales process from A to Z, and with the marketing, with the branding side, to make sure that they can have a scalable business for the long term, to raise capital constantly, aggressively, and massively. And other side, they can only focus on the performance and on the portfolio management. So we can work on the second side, which is the management, to keep scaling it up. That's basically what we do.
Fine. And do you also introduce and connect with these hedge funds?
Yeah, for sure. We also do that.
Which seems to be the case. So dare I ask, in my situation, right? I'll just tell you where I'm at. I've obviously crafted out the system, and I can certainly go down the prop firm route and certainly the personal branding route, and so on and so forth. But what about a world where I just said, I want to get straight to the money? I understand that no one's going to give me money based on what I'm saying. But what about a scenario where I say, I want to get into an arena where even if I'm operating a simulated account in the realm of a hedge fund or in the realm of a similar player, in 3 to 4 to 5 months, they can then look at that performance, track performance, and then they can make a decision if they choose to invest. Well, what would you say in terms of that scenario?
You mean to join a fund? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so let's, I say to you, Ziad, look, I really want to raise some capital, whether it's through my own hedge fund or working on behalf of one, whatever it may be, in partnership. I want to work with large capital. You know, you may say to me, Dean, I'm not going to be able to get you large capital. I'm not going to get you to work with large
Okay,
capital. Stage, you haven't got
okay,
a track record, but
got it,
I can
got it.
step into the arena by utilizing simulation, and then they can make a decision in 3 to 6 months. So I'm more on the radar from day one.
Okay. I will tell you what I would do if I was in your own situation. All right. So
Yeah.
you will have a better understanding. First of all, I would not actually start to reach out to any of the hedge fund managers today. Okay. First of all, because if I want to join the industry, I will not join as a one who will only reach out or with chaser. I will join as a player directly from the beginning. You got it?
Yeah.
So how you will join as a player is by building your own name. Basically, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fine.
that's it. I'm telling you how they will appreciate you and how they will give you what you deserve to get. Otherwise, they will not respect you. That's it. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
just telling you the facts. Okay, the raw facts. You want to get them, you can accept them. You can accept the facts. If you don't want to, that's up to you. But I'm telling you how the hedge fund industry it works. They will not respect you with the time. They will not get you, or they will not give you what you deserve. Okay,
Yeah.
because you deserve more, and I understand that you deserve more. I have conviction of that. I can hear that from your own voice. But the others, they will not handle you as you deserve more. Okay.
But surely whatever they propose, subject to me not tying myself in to a ridiculous long contract, whatever they propose is going to be far more significant than what I could do on my own right now. No.
Not always, not
No.
always. Most of the
Okay.
times they will tell you you need to show off your own skills for this time frame, and then from there we will have other partnership. And most of the times they will not have any NDA in the beginning. That means you don't have any rights. You got it?
Mm.
So you need also to understand you're entering the hedge fund industry. It's not like an easy mode. You got it? It's a hedge
Yeah,
fund
for
industry. You're
sure.
working with hustlers 24/7. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what I want to make you aware of. I mean, you can absolutely, I can absolutely help you with that. I can absolutely start to introduce you to them, and I can help you with that. But I'm 100% sure that you will not get what you are looking to get by this way. I'm 100% sure you will not get what you want to get. Okay, because they will not let you to jump on the industry and eat their own cake that they have already pocket for the last 20, 30 years. Okay, they will not give you your own piece of the cake. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the main thing. So if you want to start as a chaser, if you want to be a chaser to them, you can absolutely be that, but you will not get what you deserve, and you will tell me with the time, Ziad, I hope I have. I wish that I haven't done that before, because that is not what I'm looking for. I have already spent my own effort, my own time into it. You got it? But if you want actually to build something for your own side, I'm telling you what I can recommend to you today is to start to build your own personal brand. Now or later on, if you want to enter the industry, you need to do it. Okay, hedge fund managers today that are managing 500 million and 1 billion, they are building their own personal brand. Can you imagine? So it's pretty important. It's the most important thing in our own current time. You know me from my own personal brand, and the others that we're working with, they're getting investors from their own personal brand. So personal brand is the one and the biggest asset that you can have in our current time.
I agree. Do you know what the ironic thing is, Ziad? Before I started trading, I've had this intention to build out these passion projects, all of which would be connected with the personal brand I intend to build. So my intentions to build a personal brand, ironically, have nothing to do with trading. The trading would just merely be a branch. But you're saying for me to get into the hedge fund arena, I would need to build a personal brand around the trading.
Exactly. That's exactly what I can recommend you to do. If you want to enter the industry as a player, okay,
Yeah.
as a one who would be respected, okay.
Mm.
I mean, you can enter the industry as a chaser. You can absolutely do that, but no one respects a chaser, correct?
Yeah, no, for sure.